Hey guys, welcome back to playing the Elementalists, Chapter 5. It's a regular day at Pendergast if you don't get some foreboding news. Oh no, what's gonna happen this time? I thought everything was okay. Woo's the Elementalists. Chapter 5, Trouble Brewing. As Yunzep walked towards the greenhouse for potions class, she filmed in on the events of the previous day. Becca taught me a spell to round up all the books, and then he gave me a rundown on the illegal blood magic stuff. Back up a second, you saying that Becca was actually nice? I know, right? I think Becca is as bad as he needs to learn how to chill. No, he's not bad. He's not really a jerk. He's more like a total nerd. He wants people to think he's cool, but doesn't really know what cool is. So he makes up for it by being a snob. Honestly, that seems like a friend to me. I don't think he has any friends. Seth snores, elbowing him in the side. Until now, congrats on becoming Loner Nerd's first friend. But tell me something, Desmond. You got a lot to say about this Harrington guy, and everyone noticed the tension between you two. Yes. Were you asking, Zeph? Correct me if I'm wrong, and I'll totally drop the subject. But do you have a little crush on him by any chance? Yes. Yes. Everybody likes mean nerds with a secret soft side, Zeph. You're saying he has a soft side? I'm gonna let you have your tight, Desmond, but just know I'm gonna take every opportunity I can to tease you about it. Feel free. You enter the greenhouse to take your seats, continue your conversation as students slowly file in. Things got weird after I left the library. I saw someone, maybe a teacher, staring at me, but she ran away when I tried to talk to her. I followed her to this really crazy junk room where I found a baby picture of me, birthmark on my shoulder and everything. It can't just be a coincidence. It's like she led me straight to it. Okay, plot twist. So this woman knows you or something? I don't even know what to think. It's like every time I have this figured out, something new pops up. I'm so confused. But I think the best thing I could do is get my head down and learn as much about the magical world as I can. That has to give me some answers, right? Sounds like you already have a lead with this woman. That's what I'm thinking. If only I knew who she was or how to get her to talk to me. All I remember is that she was wearing a red scarf and her hair was kind of messy and flying around everywhere. You know, it sounds like you're talking about Professor Swan. I've heard some really strange stuff about her. He leans in, looking at you intensely. Sure, they call her Professor, but from what I heard, she hasn't taught. Good morning, young leaders. Thank you, learners. Thank you all for being on time. Professor Contos enters the greenhouse with the cauldron in his arm. Still quickly sits up straight. We're going to get right into potion making today, which I'm sure many of you are excited about. To begin, I'd like you all to come take a look at the daydream potion you're going to be concocting. He sets the cauldron to a desk at the front of the classroom. You and Zev crowd closer with the rest of the class. And you know Zev from the side. Hey, tell me more about Professor Swan. She's like super weird, always muttering under her breath, kind of a loner, weirdly protective of her office. Protective of her office? What does that even mean? I don't know, but there's a rumor that she keeps illegal magical stuff in there, contraband or potions, maybe even creatures. But hasn't anyone been there? They would have seen all this stuff, right? I've heard that she doesn't like being around people, never invites students to her office, doesn't really talk to the other professors. What's she even doing at college then? As everyone's seeing the college, students in the back, Desmond said, please come forward and take a quick look. You said break off your conversation and peer into the cauldron. Ooh, nice. While fairly easy to make, a daydream potion can have amusing side effects when improperly brewed, though none are typically dangerous. Which is why you'll be making this potion to kickstart your brewing juju, as the tunes say. Not sure I've heard that one before. Comes some slack. It can't be easy trying to keep up with all the current attune and satire lingo. Dangers are typically associated with a lack of focus, but this potion will do the opposite, heightening your creative faculties. You should find that magic comes to you more easily. The most common side effect is spaciness, which is where the most potion gets its name. One could sit there, Professor dosing his morning tea, giving the extra time on their turn parallel, said Professor's lost in fantastical reveries. Seth turns towards you with delighted grin on his face. Professor Contis nods and carries on cheerfully. Might discourage you regaining ideas, but professors here can all recognize the signs that have consumed a daydream potion. Now, if you return to your desk, I'll take any questions you may have before you begin brewing. You're about to concoct your first potion. Listen carefully to the instructions will impress Professor Contos, and probably brewing the potion will unlock a bonus scene later in the story. This is also your chance to get the gossip on Professor Swan, which may give you more clues about your recent tech. Make your choice wisely. I should ask Zeth to tell me more about Professor Swan. No, I'm gonna stick to, class. I'm gonna be a good boy. You raise your hand and Professor Contos nods in your direction. Question, Desmond? What happens if you take a high dose of a daydream potion, Professor? Well, I appreciate your curiosity. Please be advised the recreational potion taking is strictly against school policy. Don't worry, Professor, I won't break any school rules, but it's a good idea to know what I want to avoid, isn't it? You're not taking too high a dose of a daydream potion can result in excessive drooling and blank stare, speaking in gibberish, and occasionally acting out the fantasies you experience. Ooh. Now let's get brewing. First, fill your cauldron halfway with distilled rainwater, which you can find in my storage room. Let's demonstrate how to start a potion, setting the flame beneath this cauldron once the rainwater has been added. The water quickly heats up. As rainwater in your cauldron begins to steam, it's time to prepare your first ingredient. Pick up a roughly shaped rock with the otherworldly gleam. Nice. Carefully shave off 5 grams of your moonstone and grind to a powder with the mortar and pestle. Finally, to stabilize the rest of the ingredients and improves the potion's taste and texture. As he stirs in the moonstone powder, his potion turns to soft blue-purple. He takes a deep breath as a fragrant scent, like pastry baking in a warm kitchen, fills the room. Plus, aroma should begin emanating from your potion. Simply wait for the surface to fog up before adding in 2 silvers, a tusk of morphine. This is a lot. Maybe I should have wrote this all down. I wonder what morphine is. Tusk of morphine has focus, but the more you add, the longer and more intense this focus will be. 2 silvers is plenty, as we don't want to become zombies of the outside world. 2 silvers, okay. That'll make a nice prank, though. No pranks in this class, Mr. Hernandez. You never want to anchor a room full of potion makers. I speak from experience. First comes to ask 2 silvers of his tusk morphine. As potion immediately reaches a low boil, he lets the potion stew for another minute before picking up a beautiful flower. It's like pure gold. Delicately put the dream-shaped petals like so, making sure not to tear or crease them. This will be combined to your mixture. Scottish drops the petals until his potion stirs. The liquid turns to luminescent golden shade. The bubbles on the surface slowly calming. The rest of the steps have been followed correctly. Your daydream potion should turn a golden color once you have added your dream shade. Now, class, please partner. 30 minutes should be plenty of time for you to all brew a reasonable potion. Get concocted, be safe, and more importantly, have fun. Alright, let's cook up some daydreams. Seth has the storage room with the rest of the class and returns with his arms full of ingredients, including your cauldron filled with rainwater. Light a flame beneath your cauldron. Once the water begins to steam, you reach for the first ingredient. Uh-oh. Shoot. Oh. Oh. It was the moonstone. What's this? Geo. Meteorite fragment. Rubber eggs. No. It's moonstone. Would you mind flaking off 5 grams for me? I'll grind it up. Seth flakes off a few pieces of moonstone, carefully weighs them, then place them in mortar. You smash them down to fine powder with the pestle. You stir the moonstone powder to your cauldron, and your potion turns a pleasant shade of periwinkle. It smells kind of like a blueberry pie. Slowly stir your potion until the surface turns foggy and the classroom fills with a rich, sugary scent. Alright, step 2 is adding in our tusk of morphine. Seth picks up the ancient-looking tusk and holds the thicker end towards you. Remember, we don't want to cut too much when we turn to zombies, or do we? Now, we need to cut 2 silvers. You slice off fragments of your ingredient and tip them into your cauldron. The potion reaches a low boil and the surface becomes reflected like a melted pane of glass. This is looking good. You and Zeth continue making the potion, watching the liquid change from dark to light, serene to roiling. Soon you're on the final steps. I'll let you do the honors, Desmond. Lastly, we need The dream shade petals. Last but not least, dream shade. Zeb plucks a beautiful flower and presents to you with the flourish. The finest flower for the finest potion-making partner. Why, thank you, kind sir. Here goes nothing. You take the flower, delicately pluck off 5 petals and drop them into your cauldron. As you stir the bubbles from the surface, calming your concoction turns a soft, radiant gold. I think we done it. Nice. First Contest, can you come check our potion, please? Hey. First Contest comes around to your desk, disappears to your cauldron. He nods and smiles at you both. Very well done, Mr. Roses, Mr. Hernandez. I'm exceptionally impressed. While not perfect, this will earn you both high scores in a practical exam. As such, I'm awarding you both full marks today. Very good work. Thanks, Professor. My report card thanks to you, too. That was pretty fun. A little while later, Professor Contest makes his way to the front of the class as the last groups finish with their potions. Good work today, class. You may all leave as soon as you clean up your workstation. Thank you for a wonderful first lesson. Sarah reaches for a cauldron to go empty it out, but you stop him. Did you want to admire our work some more? I was thinking there's still some time left in class. The Professor Contest did say our potion wasn't perfect. He said we got hard marks on it. But I like perfection. And not really. Oh my god, please tell me spending one evening in the library with Becca has to poison your mind. I mean, I don't want to mess it up. So calm down. I just think I can make the potion even better a second time. Magic is amazing. I want to work as hard as I can at it. Upgrading your potion will impress Professor Contest and improve the bonus scene you've unlocked for later. Nah. I guess you have a point. I don't have to be that much of a perfectionist yet. I almost aced my first potion ever. Now with that help might I remind you. Second, why I'm not going to try it again. I couldn't do it without you. I like that you could earn bonus scenes without paying diamonds. So first, you and Seth leave the greenhouse after cleaning and start to walk back towards the main building. Hey, so about Professor Swan. Just a griffin passed by. He saw suddenly we sees you and breaks into a wide grin. Hey Desmond, you planning on swinging by the trials today? Hold on, I thought they didn't start for another hour. They don't, I'm just helping set things up. I take it I'll be seeing you there then? For sure, Desmond, why don't you give it a shot as well? Okay, I've heard this thief word a few times now. Who's going to do the honors and actually tell me what it is? You don't know what thief is? Hey, go easy on him. Desmond's lived a pretty sheltered life so far. Yeah, sure. Less judgment, more explanation, please. Thief is a sport where 2 teams face off against each other inside a huge dome. You have a flag attached to a belt on your waist, and if it gets stolen by the opposing team, you're out. So it's like tag football, or flag football. I'm pretty sure it's called flag football. You can use elemental magic to help you steal flags to protect your own. The last team with someone standing wins. Yeah, basically flag football. I said tag. That sounds so freaking cool, dangerous, confusing, like exactly like flag football. What's that? Thief is loosely based on flag football, but improved dramatically because you know magic. You should definitely try out Desmond. Thief is like, imagine the coolest video game you ever played, but a million times better. The perfect fusion of sports and magic. The terrain shifts throughout the map, so depending on your attunement, you'll have advantages and disadvantages. And Pendercast is one of the best cheering sections around. I can't wait to hear all hell the fighting Drixmars chanted by a full stadium. Our team is second in 3-time league champs, and we just won last year when I was a freshman. That sounds awesome, but do you really think I could play this epic sport of yours on your epic team, no less? You gave me no reason to think that you couldn't. All I don't think the team's ever had Sunday in it before either. I look between Zeph and Griffin, their face glowing with excitement. Okay, I'll go to tryouts. With all the crazy stuff happening to me, I think I deserve to take a morning off to have some fun. Yes, okay, I have to go get ready. I'm going to try to fit in some last-minute practice outside the dorms. See you later, Desmond Griffin. He hurries off with a wave and you turn to Griffin. There still won't be an issue with me showing up to tryouts, though. I never played Thief before. We get a lot of people trying out who barely know space. It's easy to pick up, so don't worry too much. Although I have been a starter on the team since last year, I might know a thing or two that can help you out. If you were up for a little one-on-one practice, that is. Nah, I'm saving all my one-on-ones for Beckett. Is it the practice you're after, or are you just interested in the one-on-one part? Guilty as charged. I've been looking forward to spending more time with you, and this seems like the perfect opportunity to me. I'm down, but I don't think I'll be able to do much with magic as basic as mine. Actually, familiars are allowed at trials since most freshmen are in the same boat as you. Plus, how you work with your familiar gives a sense of how you handle teamwork. Till appears on your shoulder, wriggling around enthusiastically. Looks like someone's inside. I'm sure he'll love the extra playtime. I'd love to show you how fun Thief is. And by the sound of it, fun's exactly what you and Tim could use right now. So, what do you say? Hang out with Griffin and Tim while getting some thief pointers to help you out during trials. Nope. I'm Gucci. And besides, you're busy. You have to get the trials yourself. Actually, I have a pistol to make first, and if you're going to trial, you should probably change this to something more athletic. I know we can find the right gear. Come with me. Wait, where are we going? Where else? Penn Square, of course. Plus, knowing Astor, she's probably expecting you. I wouldn't be surprised if she already has a jersey picked out for you. I'd be surprised about all those things. Why would she? But Griffin is already sent off, so you hurry after him. We're at the busy streets of Penn Square. A group of children run by, holding on to singing balloons. Fruity scented sparks fly up from a nearby booth, and teenagers fly overhead on broomsticks and a skateboard. Griffin sets off on a brisk pace, politely shaking his head at a vendor trying to sell him a bouquet of flaming daisies. You have to power walk to keep up. I need to get some new bells and flags. There are always a handful of people who show up at trials without them. I thought you were a player. Are you the team's equipment management too? Unofficially, I just like to keep things running smoothly for the team. I take these really seriously in case you haven't noticed. Oh, I noticed. Did you attend Prendercast for the Thief team? Your teammates must be close. Playing Thief for Prendercast is one of my childhood dreams come true. But there was more to it than Thief. I was also really interested in Prendergast's natural science program. I want to get into natural disaster relief, and that means learning as much about the elements as I can. An athlete and an academic, it sounds like you got your bases covered. My parents want me to become a professional thief player. They're pretty much my biggest fans, but it's just too much sometimes. What do they think about you wanting to study natural science? Whenever I try to talk to them about it, they just stop listening. I love thief, but I don't see myself doing it forever. I always want to help people, and natural disaster really just speaks to me. You know, I've got to do well on the team to keep my scholarship, and I enjoy the game, so it's not like I had that much to complain about. You're playing a sport that you love, but thinking about what the future has in store for you beyond it. I think you're really hot. I think you're really driven. You know how to take the initiative. At the end of the day, it's your life, so it's great that you aren't letting anyone dictate for you. I hadn't really thought of it that way. I've mostly been worried about letting my folks down. It's tough when people expect things from you that you don't want, but I'm sure your family would be proud seeing you forge your own path. From the way you helped me when I first got here up to now, I could tell you're the type to take charge. That drive will take you far. Also, you're really good at pep talks, you know. I dabble. After the shop comes to view and you both come to a stop, Griffin motions with his thumb down the street. I'll just be a few doors down, getting those bells and flags. I'll meet you back outside Mason Du in a bit. Hands off and you enter Asher's shop. You find her behind the front counter, jumping up and down trying to round up a flock of small owls flying overhead. Simon, Rosie, Sir Gladian, please not when you're molting. You're getting feathers all over the floor. Feathers fall from the owls and hit the floor in repeated loud clunks. The chorus of cheerful hoos, all but one of the wild owls settled onto the shelves behind the counter. The last owl lands on Asher's head and hunks down amid the leaves in her hair. Why exactly did those feathers sound so heavy? Asher whirls around, a radiant smile spreading across her face. Hello, Desmond. You came just in time to meet my new wooden owl friends. All of them but Sir Gladian are hatchlings, so they're a handful. But I know you're really here to buy your thief uniform. How did you know that? Griffin said you would, but how? Are you watching me? I had my ways to see far and wide. And when I saw you coming here, I found myself standing from the clothing rest with a clear image in mind of exactly what you needed. Right, well, you're gonna have to line me on that one. Esther laughs musically, then lifts her arm for Sir Gladian to shuffle onto. She sets him gently into the shelves with the other wooden owls. Follow me, I have just what you're looking for, this way. Actually, do you think it's important I wear you for actually I want to see you? No. Well, I think your friend would really like you to because he's quite excited to have you tried out. And as far as I gather, all the other Pendergast players have one. Having a matching uniform is seen as a show of commitment to the team. I'm still just trying to make the team. The commitment could come afterwards, right? It's never too early to start. Think of this as me collaborating with you so that you can make the very best first impression. That's really nice of you, but aren't we basically strangers? Are we strangers if we know each other's names? I mean, she brings you to the clothing. Oops, tap too fast. This should do the trick. I magically reinforced all the scenes, so this should be durable enough to last all season. So I should get some serious brownie points for showing up in this, huh? Brownie points? If you mean the captain will regard me quite highly and also be enthused on the first sonotune trying out in recent history, then yes, she would get the brownie points. She placed the elf in your arms and pushed you silently into the dressing room. You changed into the thief uniform. Dang, I look good. But no. So I said, that uniform looks great, but it's about my price range. Do you have anything else I could wear? I think I have a pair of gym clothes I didn't sell in the back somewhere. Give me a second. She disperses to the back room and returns a moment later with the great ensemble she hands you. You duck into the changing room to try it on. It's okay. It's my skill that counts. I could pull it off. You head to the front of the shop to pay for your drawers. So Esther hums a chipper tune as she takes your payment. Come again soon, Desmond. Oh, but in the meantime, please be alert. Alert? Why? She said there's been a bit of unrest among the wood nymphs, and sometimes I can sense. Oh, okay. She shows her darker eyes staring straight through you. Sense what? She doesn't answer you, mouth open slightly, body exceptionally still. Esther? She starts to speak, especially blank tone afflictionist at first, but slowly rising in volume. Whispers among the trees, unpleasant tidings I don't understand. They are afraid their branches shrink, there is a blight in the air, they do not like it. Some recognize this place. What place? As she slams her hands down the countertop, lips pulling back in the snarl, the pitch black of her eyes suck you in, seeming to swallow you whole. A tomb breed cruelty and destruction. Foul magic that serves a poison leaves pain in its wake. I feel in my bark, my branches. A magic follower than any before looms. The trees consist of immense, and cower as might. Her shifts slightly just enough that you feel like she could see you, rather than through you. That's me, you must. You. Ugh. She shudders, then slumps over the counter, her words ringing in your ears, rooting you to the spot. She lays motionless. Welp. Welp. Well, that's it for today. Man, something sinister is gonna be happening. So anyways, I'll see you guys next week with the next chapter of the Elementalists. See you then. Bye bye.